Так, ну, это третья часть. Начинаем. Точнее, продолжаем. Там, где закончили. Against all odds, the unreliable takes flight. Unreliable. Так, что-то я уже прям подзабыл немножко все. Что там было? Безнадежно. Хорватия.
Yeah, so this is my hidey spot now. I was looking for a place that was quiet. I figured the kitchen would be louder than the hold, so here I am. Cozy like, ain't it?
Да, очень уютно. Или нет? Так, сейчас. Одну секунду. Кое-что сделаю. Так, что думаешь о корабле?
That's in pretty good shape considering how hard Mr. Hawthorne ran it. It's a Yakita LHA 120, A2 model, I'm pretty sure. The Block 2 design scooshed in extra cargo space but didn't change the stock engines. Probably a touch underpowered, huh?
Accurate in all particulars. I conclude you are Edgewater's board-certified mechanic.
Ну,
Fly-by-wire's pretty normal. Or leastways, that's what I read in the trades. I've never been on a real ship before. Hello! I am not a board-certified mechanic, but my dad was. He taught me all he knew. Do you understand?
Speech recognition is one of the many skills I have been programmed to simulate.
You're not simulating it, you're doing it! I asked a question and you answered it.
I am gratified you consider this facsimile convincing.
похоже, эти шуточки про симуляцию. Да. Ну, можем лететь.
I don't see any holes in the hull. I'll take a good squint at her, make sure everything's tip-top. But I think we're cooking with plasma torches. You can do that, you know. My dad taught me how to make grilled cheese sandwiches with a plasma torch.
Да, супер, обалденно. Так. Ну, давай еще немножко этот диалог продолжим.
Mostly, yeah. I lived in the maintenance office near all my life. Mr. Thompson never let me forget how funny that was.
Кажется, Рид тебя недолюбливал. Ты всю жизнь проработала вместе с отцом. Твой отец когда-нибудь работал на космическом корабле?
Not on the regular. Once in a great long while, a Saltuna boat would break down on the pad. He'd always bring me along for those. Mostly, he did the same as me. Kept Bess, I mean, the cannery, running. Turned loaders, plumbing and electricity, some plastering. I never got the hang of that. Except for my schooling years, I was always beside him. Or tied to him. He used to carry me about in a sling when I was real little. When I got older, he set me to sorting tools and parts while he worked. Later, he taught me simple fixes like busted crate latches.
Так, кажется, Рид тебя
I'm not
недолюбливал.
exactly a model employee. Not like you wanted. The kind that stays quiet and gets the right work done in the right order every day. It's not normal for anyone to do as their parents. You take a vocational test. That decides your schooling and your career. When I tested out for maintenance, everyone figured it was on account of my dad. They were real unhappy with us.
Понятно. Cool story. Так. Почему тебя не взлюбили? То, что ты от одного экзамена зависит вся жизнь. Тебе это
Well,
нравится.
I'm good at making things work the way they ought. Not so much at doing such to somebody else's schedule. There's times I'm working deep in the guts of a loader, getting it all running perfect. Then I look up. Anyhow, I was happy to...
Понятно. Так, ладно. Тебе не нравилась школа, ты будешь... Ну, я хочу так. Ну, давай разговорим ее. Наверняка так, ну, может, какой-нибудь баф даст потом. Ты
Yep,
вернулась в
nothing much
Эджетер.
had changed. Everything
Ну,
was a
что
little
изменилось?
grayer, a
Город
little
стал более
dirtier.
мрачным, грязным.
Dad met me at the
щелком.
shuttle and gave me a big ol' hug. I noticed straight away that he was moving slower and stiffer. He made a little grunt when I squeezed.
Так, сколько времени у вас было после того, как ты вернулась?
About a year. I tried to do more of the work so he could rest. His heart gave him pains. Dad never said that he loved me, you know? I knew on account of him showing it. How he'd stay up late to help with my projects or listen to my fretting. Oh gosh.
Ой, ну вот
Look at the
опять.
time. Sorry to bend your ears so long. And I got so much to do before this ship's in decent shape.
Ладно, все. Тебе лучше идти, короче.
You want me to leave? Captain, you can't mean it.
Ой, не то.
Oh,
Не то, блин. Чуть не выгнал перса. Космос, да. Так, это ж моя каюта, да?
Make yourself at home, Captain.
Создает для вас завесу, которая позволяет попасть в закрытые зоны, если у вас есть картридж с соответствующим удостоверением. Закрытые зоны доступны только для местных сотрудников, остальных разрешено убивать на месте. Да. Суровое место. Так, почта Хоторна. Посмотреть... непрочитанное, что? О прошлом сообщении совсем забыл упомянуть. Вот же я дурачок. Я отправил тебе копию моего любимого сериала «Космические приключения стальной черной дыры». Это про одного хорошенького космического пирата со стальным сердцем. Правда, коллегия сериал не одобрила, так что постарайся не показывать его своим космическим приятелям. Надеюсь, он порадует тебя во время путешествия. Любые совпадения с реальными людьми не случайны. Так. Сообщения архивированные. Ну он только с одним общается, да? Словами, да-да-да. Короче, это все так себе, честно. Кому вернулся к началу? Все, записи. Вот, что тут записи? Уменьшающий луч. Нет, я знаю, Ада еженедельно напоминаю мне заглядывать в эти записи, пока я не скажу тебе прекратить. Да, это означает постоянно нет Ада. Если я умру, напоминать не надо. Это что вообще за вопросы такие? Уменьшающий луч, но отказался давать его мне в руки, потому что я вышел из себя. Заявил, что наработал над этим прибором, его вдохновили достижения других ученых, расширивших границы человеческого знания и морали. Я слышал рассказы о подобных видах оружия, о приборах, находящихся на самой грани современной науки и человеческого понимания, но, если честно, считал их просто слухами. Теперь, когда я увидел уменьшающий луч Уэллса, я спрашиваю себя, действительно ли они так уж не обоснованы. Импульсный молот. И черт. Так. Так, что там получается? Продал уменьшающий луч. Понятно. Сэм. Серьезно, Сэм. Да, вообще-то, да, даже очень даже серьезно. Ладно. Так. Ага. Значит, это порвать. Так. Здесь пока никого, я понял. Эй, Макс.
My sensors are picking up a rich array of hydrocarbons. Captain, are you expertly versed in the internal workings of a spacefaring ship? If not, I must request you please back away from the primary engine.
Так, а где викарий-то, кстати говоря? Викарий. Сэм есть. Ну, вот это похоже, не. А, ты, господи, а как? А что-то я его не видел. А, ну да, понятно. Здорово.
By verity, by strength. What are we contemplating today?
Так, расскажи о себе, да? Так, второй.
Bakonu, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the Philosophist school of thought, so the book is banned in this colony. Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan. But most of the philosophist perversion of Bakonu's thoughts came more than a century after his death.
Есть идеи, как найти?
I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosopher scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago.
Слушай,
He's an expert on Bakonu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him. That's a good question. We should start on the Groundbreaker. It's where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures. Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain, secular skills during my years serving a particular penitentiary flock. I meditated, led sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard tossball and taught myself a bit about computronic security systems. I'll comb the last 6 months of departure manifest to track the Philosophist's off-world destination.
Похож на какого-то авантюриста. Было в каком-то фильме, что ли, такое, тоже персонаж там много-много лет притворялся кем-то, но не из Фарго, нет, Фарго тоже притворялся, нет, был какой-то другой фильм полнометражный, тоже много лет прикидывался, а потом оказалось, что он другой человек. Ладно, отлично, вперед.
Thank you, Captain.
Так, ну, что еще тут поделать можно? Можно пойти на зеленую метку. Работает всегда. Так. Это я вижу первый раз. Так. Терра 2. Так, подожди, Терра 2. Так это все-таки Земля или нет? Идиллическая планета земного типа. Понятно. Финансовая элита Алкиона живет в столице Византии. Рабочие же населяют корпоративные города вдоль границы освоенной территории. Гефест. Кузня, да? Ближайшая планета. К звезде. Планету своей. Так, Тифон. Необитаемый ледяной планетоид на границе системы. Для колонии бесполезен. Потом есть Олимп. Крупнейший из двух Юпитероподобных газовых гигантов. В атмосфере постоянно бушуют бури. Монарх, один из множества спутников Олимпа. То, что могло бы быть вторым обитаемым миром Алкиона, давно заброшено коллегией из-за ужасных хищных животных. Тартар. Ад. Получил свое название за агрессивную атмосферу. Именно здесь находится лабиринт, тюрьма максимально строгого режима. Один из крупнейших астероидов на орбите Алкиона и крупнейший астероид в скоплении Харибды. Это, видимо, скопление. Изначально астероид принадлежал к Гефест, однако последние десятки лет остается заброшенным. И Эридан, второй газовый гигант. Его атмосфера богата та-та-та-та-та. Дистилляционные установки собирают эти газы для производства энергии. Так, понятно. Ну, сейчас мне нужна лаборатория.
We have success.
А еще лишь на работе.
Successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece. Shall I congratulate myself, or would you like to do the honors?
Отличная работа, Ада.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? The unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it, but I've never seen it up and running. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to modify SAM. If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains in order for SAM to properly operate.
Гача. Так. Ну что? Я правильно сделал, не поторопился? Так, у меня побочка оружия бездны. Но это надо искать на первопроходец. Это другое место. Задание напарника. Это тоже на первопроходце. Ну, похоже, да. Все же мне надо на первопроходец, но я просто хотел повидаться. Разве так делают? То есть я теперь сразу знаю, что всего 6 спутников. Ну, как-то не то. Викарий Макс. И что у тебя есть, Викарий Макс? Ох ты ж, нормальный посох такой. Обрез. Обрез это всегда good. Так, подожди, я не понял. Винтовка. Это ж моя винтовка. Охотничья винтовка 16. Так. Ну, ничего лучше, пожалуй, нету. Ну, кроме разве что гранатомет ему дать. Ну, хорошо. Ну и палочку заменить-то можно ему. Броня. 10, между прочим. Так, ну у него нет шлема. Берем шлем. Способность 30 базового, создаваемая взлом. Пускай будет побольше здоровья. Применить. Вы хотите продолжить? Да. Персонаж. Вот мой персонаж. Снаряжение. Так. Погнали. Так, подожди. Это задание. А я хотел поговорить с Финиасом.
Hello? Can you hear me? Does this work? Oh, damn it! I'm just securing my ongoing experiments. And securing myself. Mind the mess. I haven't had a visitor since, in fact, I've never had a visitor. Oh, thank the law. Your skin hasn't spontaneously changed color. Potential side effect of the revival process. Very rare, but you never know. Right. Welcome to my little habitation, such as it is. I've got caffeinoids, cysty bits, if you're into that sort of thing. So, welcome. Make yourself at home. My secret hideout is your secret hideout.
Да, спасибо тебе.
Not at all, my intrepid accomplice. I should thank you for tolerating my somewhat brusque manner. I only regret that I couldn't save more of your fellow settlers, what with being hunted by the board, and emptying my supply of necessary chemicals.
Так, есть еще один
Of
вопрос.
course. What's on your mind?
Да, почему ты спрячешься?
Oh, it's not you. I do experiments in that room. Some of them get quite scientific. The unexpected is to be treasured, but from a safe distance. Regardless, it's quite comfortable in here, you know. I have my beans, have my caffeinoids, plenty of toilet paper. Absolutely.
Абсолютно. Так, ты уже познакомился с моей командой, ты из лаборатории вообще не выходишь.
Oh, goodness, no. I wouldn't survive 10 seconds. Well, no, I imagine I'd last at least 12 seconds.
Так, как ты развлекаешься?
I
Да?
enjoyed the occasional aether wave drama in my youth. Not anymore. All board propaganda. To answer your question, I'd rather stay right here.
Так, честно говоря,
Of course.
что-то скучновато все это. Болтология это... Так. Погнали.
The groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
Здорово.
Can we talk? Hey, Captain.
Давай.
I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson?
Так. И что?
I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff.
А захочет ли? Так, конечно, можно... Так, отправиться в инженерную. Угу. Ну, давай.
Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about...
Нет? Погнали. Ну, правда, не совсем первопроходец, конечно. Groundbreaker. Землетряс. Джейн Эйлс.
Just checking your ship's manifest. Standard procedure. Welcome to Groundbreaker, by the by.
Smells like grease and unwashed bodies. Just as I remembered.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses. He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get cute with me again, you little back bay brat, I will toss you out an airlock.
This is the Groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't the law here. I am. Now move along.
I don't have time for this. I need a drink.
Прикольно. Че, самый крутой, что ли?
Going for a stroll around the docking base?
Только не говорите, что его можно в спутники взять, ну...
Sure was. Got a knack for upsetting the board and the Mardettes all at once. Between you and me, I was hoping they'd come to fisticuffs. The guy insulted my Rizzo's Rangers, alright? You can't just insult my Rangers and expect to get away with it. So, of course, I decked him with a tossball stick. I mean, what am I? Some kind of fair-weather fan? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting.
Так. Пишешь, что стоит.
Exactly. I was only doing what any self-respecting Rangers fan would have done. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation. Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, can't say as I do. Hey, not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it? Captain of the Unreliable. You're like something out of a serial drama. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time. Felix Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance. See you around, boss.
Ага, уже босс. Так, и что здесь есть? Ага, брать нельзя, понятно. Пехотинец. Опех. Грузчик, грузчик. Здорово. И чё, прям так можно, да? Не понял, чё. Какая кино? А, викарий. Так, я тут что, у вас Assassin's Creed играю, я не пойму. Ух ты! Выправка офицера. Кровотечение. Картридж с питанием. Да посмотрите вы. Защитная одежда. Ну, как говорится, not bad. Правда, какая-то броня не очень. Технологии и громкость шагов, радиус слышимости. Понятно. Соловьиная броня по-любому. Кстати, выглядит ничего так прям. Но надежнее, конечно, силовая броня. Так, мне кажется, если я... ну хотя... Аккуратно, да? Бум. Здорово, ребят.
I picked up this weird signal the other day. It was coming from Monarch.
Here we go again. This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the Scholar shipped in and out with.
Static at first, but then this voice said his name was Graham?
Graham, right. Broadcast.
Скорость атаки. И урон от сильного удара, да? Ну давай. Почему бы и нет? Так, еще можно поработать. Он не сильно увеличивает, правда, урон. Починить.
On a dead world full of monsters. Now I've heard everything.
You know, it takes more muscles to frown than to smile.
Так я что, сюда зайти не могу вообще или как? Или могу?
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection. Canyons of acid and sulfur rain are the least of the horrors plaguing the surface of Monarch. Anarchists live as one with the animals, lawless, savage, and unemployed.
Главное, что unemployed.
The board's embargo ensures that nothing can leave the planet and threaten our hardworking citizens. This is Halcyon News, reminding you that there's no I in news, no we in Halcyon, and no...
О, такие подарочки разбросаны, да? Так, может что-то еще есть? Нет. На засове. Так, а это?
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
Так, это понятно, да. Только я же и кое-что перепрыгнул. Ничего такого не пропустил. Здрасте, капрал.
Customs and inspection, right this way.
Так. Так, а купить тут только всякую хрень можно, да? А здесь? Плазменная винтовка. Вообще неплохо, потому что у меня 75 наносит 3 выстрелами, да? Но 3 выстрелами, то есть скорострельность. Ножниц. Ручной пулемет, ну, в общем-то, ничего особенно нового, да? Мне кажется, я такую винтовку найду.
Identification, please. Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably.
Probably. Okay. Так, и как же это исправить?
You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it.
А почему задержали мой корабль?
Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important.
Понятно. Проясним
You take the
ситуацию.
starch out of them, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor?
Ух ты ж, услуга, да. И ты мне дашь очки опыта за это. Я понял.
Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it.
Yes.
Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with? The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go, on your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly. Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. 2 biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though.
Так. Как
Are you
работает?
pulling my leg?
Я недавно
You must
здесь.
be one of them long-haul freighters from outside the colony. Well, I won't hold it against you. Goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, the powers that be were selling off stakes in distant star systems they thought had potential. A bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, then buy up the rights to this here colony. That group's what we now call the Board. Yep, Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighters and wildcat miners. Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing base. Haven't seen nearly as many tramp crews this year. Groundbreaker was one of the original colony vessels to come over on the crossing, a few years before her sister ship, the Hope. Once everybody'd been de-thawed and dropped dirt side, the original crew of the Groundbreaker decided they rather liked the spacefaring life. I guess that was the start of our independent spirit. Now, here we are. Sitting around drinking whiskey and smoking cigars, yeah, probably. Can't say for sure, of course. Doubt I'll ever see the inside of it myself.
Yes.
Glad to help.
Так, думал, что только не
Relative
так.
to the board holdings? Not really. But there's a few with the means to go where they will. They aren't rich, but they aren't likely to look too close at your work history either.
Так.
They strip the parts from derelict ships and abandoned outposts. There's some that say they make the derelicts and encourage folks to abandon their steads. Sublight gives me the creeps. I've known folks who went to work for them and just vanished. They're on the promenade run by a woman named Lilia Hagen. I'm only telling you so you know to avoid them. Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular folks. She'll be at the security desk behind me. Chief Junlei might have an errand needs running. She's all tied up trying to fix our heat problem. You'll find her in engineering.
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet they're real twisty and weird. In a good way.
Так, и...
If you're thinking to make a career here, don't waste your time. Full-time jobs on Groundbreaker tend to be inherited, or go to a fellow crew member's kid. Keep it in the family, you know. All right. He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Get the sense he doesn't care for Groundbreaker much. Not that he would, being a board man and all. He's our lead. They can't abide an independent township, especially not one they gotta depend on. We're the first and last stop out of this colony. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top in manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them.
Ну, вообще-то да.
You sure you didn't just step off one of the interstellar freighters? There's no working with the board. They don't share, not bits, people, or resources. You work for them, or you don't work at all. Groundbreaker cooperating now would be tantamount to joining their ranks, and we sure as shit ain't about to do that.
Справедливо. Так.
You mean the heat? Sure, we could make them fix it. But what would they do in retaliation? They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new groundbreaker and put us out of business.
The board wouldn't do that. Would they?
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you. But whether you allow that is up to you.
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we make do all right. So far, anyway. Sure thing.
Так, ладно, спасибо. Ну, последнее.
Most places are on the promenade deck. Big door yonder, straight through. I got a preference for the law.
Хорошо.
You need anything else? Be seeing you.
Be seeing you. Так. Вот про нее сказали, что она...
Unless you're here to file an incident report or to inquire about the bounty posting, I must kindly ask you to clear out. The Mardet's offices aren't for leisure time nor loitering. Got a hot one for you. Captain Gunnar McRed. Just 26 hours old. The posting, that is, not the criminal. Allegations include several counts of flying under the influence, carrying open alcoholic containers, failure to pay docking fees, resisting arrest, and assaulting not one, but two officers.
Точно. Ну, я его обезглавлю, да? Понимаю, почему.
Dreadful, ain't it? Such blatant disregard for order. It's a real problem in the youth these days. It's true enough that he ain't particularly deadly, but the interest on each fine being compounded as they are means he'll be paying with his life insurance. Only way to cover it. Last tip we got pointed toward the back bays. You want the reward? You and about 6 other enterprising mavericks. It's only a matter of time before... I do hope...
Так, это охрана, все, ну ладно. Вперед.
Rizzo Spectrum Vodka. Aftertaste the rainbow.
Так, а у меня не все, наверное, активны, да? Я так думаю. Жалко, что не могу все их активировать. Так, ладно. Уборочная машина. Обыщите терминал. Вот она будет вернуться. Найдите терминал безопасности. Ну, вот Викарий Макс. Давай поделаем его квест. Точно, он же говорил, надо взломать. Надо взломать. Ладно, сохраняемся. Сохранились? Берем. Ну, бери, давай. Так, а я как-то это должен активировать или нет? По идее нет, да? Ведь я же в броне ничего не использую, да. Видимо, автоматом. Надеюсь, автоматом. Так, и... И. Так, активировав голографический плащ, вы получили временный доступ в эту область. Движение тратит энергию плаща. Когда шкала опустеет, персонал двинется к вам. Вы можете решить тело словами, чтобы вновь включить, но повторные допросы будут куда сложнее. Понятно. То есть я двигаюсь, тогда это используется. А пока не двигаюсь, не используется. Ну, все очень просто. Кстати, вот и плазменная винтовка, про которую я говорю. Топор. Возьму, не откажусь. Так, а проход-то закрытый. Обруч. Так. Заново, отлично. Так. И как проникнуть? Так, топорик. Вот, винтовку возьму. Так, ну я все-таки немного не пойму, что мне надо сделать.
You're keeping your uniform clean.
Тут нужен взлом, но это ведь не была бы ролевая игра, если бы нельзя было как-то иначе это обойти. Ну, честно говоря, я не вижу. Там проход еще один есть, да. Но.
As always, I am at your... What?
Got it? Inside voices.
Так, ладно. Вернемся к этому заданию, когда прокачаю взлом. Десятку хотя бы. У меня же бустов никаких нет, да? Ну, навыки общения. Подожди, а почему... Или нет? Или да, 26. Но там нужно 35. Подожди, если я сменю броню... Так, Так у меня 30... Подожди, ну вскрытие замков или взлом? Да, проверим. Значит, вскрытие замков. Ну, хорошо. Ну, это один уровень надо просто повысить. Так что подождешь пока. Так, предоставьте порвать.
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on Groundbreaker.
These stairs are board property. Disperse now, or I'll detain you for trespassing.
Oh, real scary. You're really gonna arrest us on our station?
Yeah, this is Chief Junlei's ship. You don't own shit here.
Step back! I'm required by board bylaws to use excessive force.
The Mardettes would space you for trying, you waste of O2 scrubbers.
Yeah, O2 scrubbers.
Look, just get out of here before I tell your captain what you've been getting up to on the clock.
Ah, whatever. We got a date at the Lost Hope anyway.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of Norton terrorists Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy.
Thought there'd be more machinery. Must be housed on a sub-level.
Advertisement for the fall. I could spend all day in here and not have looked at half the best stuff.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors. I heard we had someone in impound. Wish I could help. I gave the bureaucrats a motive authority over freight traffic, and it rankles them good when I challenge it. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardets, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting. Good. Don't go making trouble, and chances are you... So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10, the answer's just passing through.
I'm just passing
Statistics
through.
don't lie. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard.
Давай Парвати.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Давай, talking.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if... Well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Right. In person. Sure thing, Captain. Wow, great. I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's...
Так.
Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Now, if there's nothing else, there are other parts of...
Что происходит?
Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship.
Почему не починили?
Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner.
А может и хочет.
They want us to sweat, thinking that'll soften me up for a bad faith deal. If you'll excuse me, they can go fuck themselves. The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone aboard, will be cooked alive. Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays. Hold on. There's something you should know before you go charging off. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now.
Подалась?
I have. One of my engineers, plus a small security detail. They didn't come back. I can't afford to lose any Mardits on this job. No offense, but a freelancer like you is more dispensable.
Все нормально.
Nice and pragmatic. Thanks for understanding.
Так.
Those idiots are immune to reason, and they don't much care if the station melts to pieces. They're content to die last. If you could find some way to solve this without violence, I'd prefer that. But more than anything, we need those parts. You must not have been here long. In Halcyon, new parts come by way of interstellar freighters from Earth, and the board monopolizes that kind of trade. That means I'd have to negotiate with the board. I've already given them the shops, the docking fees, and a damn embassy. Damn right. And while I'm captain of the Groundbreaker, it falls to me to preserve this ship's independence.
Ладно, все, я принесу
Good.
детали.
Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs.
А вот и уровень эксперта. Персонаж. Скрытие замков 35. Ну, давай для надежности. Так. И технология. И дальний бой. Так, и этот четный уровень, да? Убийство шкалы тактического замедления времени. Урон в отряде. Так. Скорость перезарядки. Грузоподъемность. Ну, вот это, кстати говоря, очень полезно. Навык в любой игре. Так, дневник. Счастье — это теплый корабль.
This is Halcyon.
Это что еще за крысы какие-то? Продавец шпросиной колбасы. В принципе, то, что продается у нас в магазине.
Please don't make a scene, Dr. Fenhill.
I am not making a scene.
Так.
I'm sorry.
Я видел ее в трейлерах.
Causing a scene? See, Umfuru? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jessie in the first place. Let me get one thing straight. Jessie and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay? As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors. Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed. Can't say I've seen you before. If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fool's gotten himself into another scrape. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this rate.
Our delivery man. A brave idiot with a penchant for getting himself delayed. I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by... You...
Так, понятно. Кто-нибудь есть другое? Так, то есть удостоверение морпеха работает, да? Да, работает.
You're sure this is perfectly safe? I'd rather not die early of an infectious disease myself.
To the last ratted on rotten time, leave me in peace! You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires not being disturbed, don't you? What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about me. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Highly, lethally contagious. But I'll be fine, so long as I'm left alone. Should've known she'd send a bruiser after me. Damned if I don't rue the day I saved her scrawny little hide. Inadvertently, I befriended a bloodhound in the process. Alright, okay. We can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath. You, ain't with the board, are you? See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low. Udon Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me.
Хорошо, поговорим.
Thanks for helping me with the board. You're a real pal.
Не, я чувствую себя каким-то...
Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh?
То ли добрым самаритянином, то ли дурачком на побегушках. Всем можно подойти, я вам помогу, я с тем поговорю, и тому что-то отнесу, и там кого-то убью. Ну, в общем-то, я такой незаменимый. В общем-то, это в духе игр как Obsidian.
Any word on Jesse? Good luck. The board's got an office on the promenade just before...
Так, я пройти сюда смогу вообще?
I'm just gonna hang in the back and try not to touch anything.
Здорово, дядя.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer?
Говно ж присячье. Ага.
Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped?
А, он же переписывался с ним. Там вот эти записи на его терминале в корабле. У Бетфорд. Точно, это с ним он.
Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments we'd yet to have. He was my dearest friend. My only friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Did he? Ah, that's just like him. Such a sentimental man. Tell me, how did he die? awful business, that. But why? How? No. Best not to ask after the gory details.
Это точно.
Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all?
Вот даже как, да? То есть он собирался его предать? Ну, как-то это неприкольно.
You haven't read the posters? He's a terrorist, a thief, a madman. It's really in the colony's best interest that we stop him before he does further harm. That's... well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with?
Да, много дел. Джесси Дойл.
Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. Compulsory donation is quite legal in such cases.
Да, как и life insurance у того наемника какого-то. Убеждение 20 помогает.
That's not unreasonable.
I guess it's better than losing your organs, but I don't know.
Miss Doyle is deeply in debt, and the board has every right to do whatever they like to recoup that debt. What guarantee do I have that she'll agree to... I quite concur. It's refreshing. I will recall my collection agent. Tell Miss Doyle to report to me promptly. Now, is there anything else you need, or...
Так. Что там за запертая дверь?
A luxury stateroom, reserved for Chairman Rockwell's use. Law. Chief Tennyson is supposed deplorable
She's doing everything she can.
My, aren't you... excitable.
Впечатлительная, а не подвижная психика. Это как-то странный перевод.
Oh, sweetie. I don't owe a grease-stained wrench jockey like her the time of day. I'm sorry, my temper got away from me. Please accept my sincerest...
Oh, I'm not used to folks saying sorry. It's not all right exactly, but I appreciate the apology, I guess.
Well, now...
Так, ладно. Другим вопросом, и мы уходим. Пойдем обрадуем кое-кого, что она теперь рабыня, походу. Ну, я так понимаю.
Wish I could say it was good to see you, Ellie. At least you finally got your chance to square our debt. That ought to make you smile for once, huh?
Nothing makes me happier than being even. Except being right. That's nice, too. The good news came through the wireless. Looks like you paid my debt to Jesse. I guess that means I owe you now, right? Tell you what, I'm a little short on bits at the moment, but I'm a decent scrapper and a better-than-average sawbones. If you're looking for a medic, I can work my debt off. It's like people touching a cookie and leaving it in the box. It's just one of those things that gets under my skin. You won't be sorry. Though it looks like you've got a full roster already. Time to play favorites, Captain.
Ага. Нет, права пока мне нужна. Встретимся на корабле.
Traveling in style, are we? I'll be sure to nab a cabin with a view.
Dr. Fenhill, glad you opted to join us. It'll be good to have a Sawbones on the crew.
Уже уровень. Так. Давай вскрытие замков еще. Общение. Еще чуть-чуть, да? А, зачем чуть-чуть? Давай на 5. Это одни из самых полезных навыков всегда, в принципе, в играх подобных. Главному персонажу всегда выгодно прокачать харизму, там, убеждение и тому подобное. Открывает новые ветки диалогов и недоступные квесты. Дополнительный опыт. Так, я уже запутался. Что мне еще надо сделать? Терминал.
When might we expect you out here again? Can't surface.
You want a punch? We've got your punch right here.
Так, а я туда попаду хоть? А, нет, не туда попаду.
Keep him quiet, Cap.
Nicely done. There it is. Just yank the drive, and I'll do the rest. Now that we have the data cartridge, I can finally find out where that scholar I'm looking for ended up.
Так, и...
Got it. His name is Reginald Cheney, and he joined a sublight salvage crew. Only he's not listed on the return manifest. Must have made landfall somewhere he wasn't supposed to. Ah, yes. Here. There's a domicile on Monarch in Fallbrook, rented to the same bit card he used to buy his seat on the salvage ship. I should have guessed. What better place to lay low if you wish to avoid the authorities? Oh, it's nothing. I suppose I really didn't have much faith in actually finding him. Was a bit of a long shot, wasn't it? I admit it was a bit of a long shot, but when you've spent as many hours as I have in contemplation of the universe's secrets, you sometimes get a sense for these things.
Ладно. Погнали. Подожди, теперь надо будет на Монарх лететь, да? Нам это рановато. Пущите терминал Хоторна, на безнадежный, на... Так, на Сцилле, это тоже другая система. Так, теперь мне надо на, я так понимаю, в Затон, да? Кто идет? Давай так. Ladies. Rest and go.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
We interrupt your regular...
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient, or an oven. Just like store-bought. I've got a look.
Архивные. Угу. Так, ну... Ничего себе. Так, я так понимаю, какие-то квестовые предметы, и я думаю, что купить их есть смысл определенный. А мне нужно кое-что другое.
Great law, is it hot in here? Or is it... Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap.
Ха, 10 тысяч битов. Ну, давай альтернативу. За что? Интересный вариант. Никто не говорил, что бита у меня маловато. Нет, ну мы не будем ее грубить. Давай.
Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms...
Moral flexibility, да? Ну, в принципе, давай.
Do you know Edna, over in engineering?
Кого тут надо битой
Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago.
Почему забросили?
Can't say I know for sure. Maybe it never really was.
Sounds like someone poking into somewhere they shouldn't be got into a spot of trouble.
Comm centers don't operate themselves, Captain. Someone had to have sent that distress call manually.
Those corps are cleverer than all get out. Might have been a ruse to keep them.
Ладно. Короче, хватит слов, я в
You've
деле.
got an ear for intrigue. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bit. The more we got the corps fighting. Don't forget to...
А еще есть
Might want to
работенка?
acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson, Groundbreaker's chief. You'll find her freighting in engineering.
I don't know, man.
Well, aren't you?
What?
Forget I... Any...
О, здравствуй, крыска. Так. Что у нас тут еще? Оружие первого проходца. Где-то наверху.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Auntie Cleo, because she remembers you.
Так, это каюты. Давай-ка так. Ага, значит мне надо... Вот так. Следующая дверь.
When you were hungry, who gave you a needle full of love?
Чего?
Auntie Cleo, that's who.
Так. Вот сюда надо. А, да? А, ну да. Так, сейвимся. Ключ-карта от медотсека. Пистолет-автомат, детали, биты. Так, ключ-карты здесь нет. Очевидно. Так, а я могу стырить эту карту куда-нибудь? Я думаю, могу. Вопрос только у кого. Ой, вышибы. Наверное, у того морпеха. Ладно, короче. Чего? Я тучка, тучка, тучка. Блин, я не понимаю, как тут стырить что-то?
I had a question about your plan, Mr. Vicker.
Of course. The cosmos is generated and directed by the universal equation, also known as the Grand Plan. By contemplating the teleological order of things, one can achieve verity. Oh, right. You had a question?
Never mind. That about answers it.
Я так хотел сказать, что бомжей обокрал. Теперь я грязно нищий, для всех я просто мусор, так и живу, если никто не возьмет меня в команду, так мне и суждено умереть. Понятно. Крыса. Вау. Йоу. Ну, я не это хотел. Так. Так, что получится? Я опять не туда залез. Так, оружие первопроходца, оно немножко левее. Значит, оно вот здесь. Понятно, это... Блин, это еще один док.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regular... scheduled advertisement for the following
Rizzo's knock you out. ACN 76 milk chocolate bar.
Вот здесь.
Caramel and pea-free nuts in it. It's time for a KYO.
Да? Ну да. Так. Здесь. И так вот так. Да или нет? Походу не совсем. Да. А тогда... вот отсюда.
Here they come!
Блять, я не это хотел. Обратно. Спектрум водка. A glass for every class. Ну, точнее, a glass for every class. Типа того.
Well, well, well. What fine treasures might await us in here?
А, так это бандиты. А чё я тупанул, блин? Бандиты, ты валим их. Так. Что у меня еще есть? У меня есть супер нож, револьвер. Так. Плазменная винтовка. Давай, разваливаем. Мамма мия. Так, а что это с сенсой не то? Да не надо мне никаких уязвимостей. Настройки управления и чувствительность мыши. Давай-ка 25%. Ну, получше. Блин, да если бы я знал бы сразу, что это бандит. Так, это что? Верстак. Оружие! Так, джок. Какая прелесть. Двуручное оружие. И 72. Подожди, но оно чем-то особенное, правильно? Похитила чертежи. Так, заодно унизила. Руководители велели начать разработку. Настолько дорогим, так и не был запущен. В чем его фишка, я не пойму. Урон, ну, честно говоря, прям какой-то не особо. Записи. Находка. Нашелся очень старый ящик хаммерсит, который пролежал нетронутым. Кто мог подумать, что хаммерсит делали молот? Ну, хаммерсит, ну конечно. Ладно, несу в лабораторию, я смотрю получше. Тайна. Продолжаю изучать. Внутреннее устройство потрясающее. Как это вообще удалось сделать? Наружу идет какое-то любопытное излучение. У меня выпало несколько зубов. Яркие сны. Спальню. Потом... Так, излучение всякие. Теперь плохие новости. Теперь для переключения приходится им размахивать. Дальнейшие эксперименты придется проводить осторожно. Все мои труды зазря, это неопытный образец, просто мне не хватило ума распознать его совершенство. Молот — это урок символов, нашептывает, только сея хаос вокруг можно прикрепить. Так, подобную правду Алгелон не готов слышать. Понятно. Так чё он? Молот хороший или нет, я не пойму. Молот, ты меня нашептывать будешь? Вау. Ну, сильно. Так, ладно. Еще я хотел пистолет заменить, да? Да. Так это кольт. Так, что это все? Так, ладно. Оружие бездны. Счастье — это теплый корабль. Чего? Жуйте, сосите? Ну. Это, наверное, этот. Вниз поедем. Элеватор? Да, точно элеватор. Чудо фронтира. Дезертиры и что-то там.
Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now, or you'll parley with the king.
Чего? Иди сюда, король.
Look at this ripe piece of meat just sizzling on the grill. Yum, yum. Time to feed the flames.
Is this what carbon monoxide poisoning looks like?
Speaking for myself, Captain.
You came with the crew. Welcome. We got... I know this ain't a toy, neighbor from above. It's a catalyst, just like me. Keep talking. I like the sound of your voice.
Так. Мне нужны детали.
That's right, sir. Just the parts. We'll be in and out in a jiff. You won't even know we were here.
Tennyson just keeps feeding the furnace, don't she? We're still playing with her last sacrifice out back, with the crew. We were just sitting in a circle, sucking down exhaust fumes and toasting to the memory of our brain cells, making this broken angel fly again. You don't just ask a king for a favor when you're standing in his court. You bring trip. Under its skin, this ship is all poison and dark. You've got the run of the kingdom. Up those stairs, you'll find the part.
Так, но... Это я сейчас так сделал, а вообще, конечно, его надо грохнуть. Стопы, стопы, стопы. Я ничего плохого не хотел. Всего лишь посмотреть.
Even the proverbial unwashed masses would turn their noses up at this place. Or cut them off.
Don't give it a name. The place is falling apart.
Can't spell groundbreaker without broken. Oh, wait.
Yume's gonna be pleased as pie when we show her these. It's so... cozy.
Так. Ну, собственно, это что, все? Это вся локация.
Find a new friend. This worm fixation is screwing with our bottom line. Our backside still smarts. Does everyone get branded when they join McRed's crew?
Nope. Your ass is a priceless canvas.
Так, ладно, бандиты, 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 одни бандиты, куча бандитов и топор. А где Гарри? Так, вот мы капитан. Ну что, давай поговорим.
Neighbor from above. Listen to the fire of those convicted, alive or dead.
Нет, я предпочту вас завалить всех. Куча лута, деньги.
Watch out, Captain!
Ой, только я перестарался. Может, не надо с ним разговаривать даже, а смысл-то? Все равно это все бандюги. Так, давай. Поехали.
Here we go!
Не, все равно неудачная идея. Но они ганкуют меня просто толпой. Я думал, это будет проще. Ладно, давай обыграем это по-другому. Как будто бы сложно. Даже не так, а
careful with that shit.
Вот так. Раз, два и дрон.
Their death, our survival.
Так, что еще есть? Это что, даже не стригерило? Нижний. Обалдеть, да. Ну, забавно.
Here we go. Oh.
Бля. А. Не, ну серьезно.
I have your back, Captain. Fine hit, Captain. Down they go.
Не, почему у меня такое ощущение, как будто я играю на ветеране в гребаную Call of Duty?
Get up! Captain, get up! That's the last of them.
Here we go!
Капец просто. Монтег. Плазменный резак, шоковое ружье. А, ну да, кстати, я же еще не одел броню-то свою.
Today's my birthday.
Oh yeah? Fuck your birthday.
Here we go!
That'll work, Captain. That's the last of them. Fantastic, we've got them. Now we can move on to cleaner pastures.
Погнали, да. Оружие, сигнал бедствия, запись на корабле. Получите награду от... Так, найдите. Ну все, похоже.
This is Halcyon News.
You've returned, and in one piece. Color me impressed. Good work. I'll take those. I need you to head through the large door at the far end of engineering. Take the elevator down and... There's a terminal in the back. Activate it when I call over the ship's PA. And bring weapons. There's a slight mantipillar infestation.
А, то есть у вас еще на станции водится какая-то херня, бегающая за людьми, да? Ну да.
Don't... I'm genuine...
The controls are in the back of the machinery shaft area. Keep clear of the radiator. I've got this thing about giant insects.
We were destined to prevail.
Bob tells me the security mechanicals booted up and killed a bunch of men. Bad news.
Rose searching.
Остались кружки, да, какая-то хернюшка. Так, еще один.
Required for adjacent automech.
Done. The temperatures are dropping. Stop by once you found your way out of there. Groundbreaker owes you thanks.
This is Halcyon News.
Или от адренотайма.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Report.
My boards are returning to green. What a weight that is off my shoulders. I don't normally tolerate outsiders mucking about in my station's guts, but you're all right. The temperature should be dropping as we speak. I'll see to it the crew knows who kept us all from boiling alive. If you've got time, I believe Edna has a comms issue that could use your attention. I've also authorized Doc and Furu to sell you our premium meds.
Так, и там еще что-то было. Да, вот.
RT greeting. Potentially this unit. Beginning dispensing.
Всякая хрень. Так. Нет, я хотел бы медицинские вещи взять всякие. А тут что? Тут получается шпрусинская. А, арсенал Ке. Так. Оружие.
You look like someone who's taken their share of cuts and bruises.
Пульсный молот. Так, ну я могу продать это. Что мне еще не очень нужно? Пистолет мне еще нужен. Так, шоковое ружье. Да. Ну, это не то, что я хотел. Бельстрель, просто космос, торговый автомат. Так, я, видимо, не дошел до этого метика. Эдна. А, у нее какое-то задание. Так, сейчас. Так, продолжаем.
Me? No. But our relaying capabilities? That's on the final countdown. We're going offline in 3, 2, 1.5... No. Wait, I've lost track of my weeks. Maybe it was 30... Our primary relay station's soon to be occluded by a gas giant. Happens every 40 years or there. The event's forecasted to last for...
And that's our problem, how?
We've got backup auxiliary relays, but the one currently in orbital range went offline some months ago.
Hope you...
Oh,
Так, мне даже читать просто не хочется, это уже немножко поднадоедает, что я какой-то мальчик на побегушках здесь везде. Так, я хотел найти Дока. Так, до сих пор еще похмелье. Понятно. Где Док этот? А, подожди, Док, наверное, ну, я понял. Сейчас дошло.
CNP, I can't believe it's not good. How are the repairs going? It's unbelievable how good it is.
Нет, подожди. Так, вот сейчас я уже запутался.
You know that sound when you... I gotta...
О. Тактический дробовик. Пистолет-автомат. Мистер Мощь. Мистер Ой. Глушитель. Так. Размер магазина и прицел. Короче, хрень всякая. Продать хлам. Вот, Medical Bay. Энс нашел. Док-то.
Hello. June Lake. Now is...
Да, можешь торговать. Пять штук всего лишь. Ой-ой-ой, так, ладно. Кто идет там?
Rep's office used to be in the docking bays.
Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch. 12 flakes and Purple Berry flavored power nuggets. Now with 12% more crunch.
How goes the hunt? I've been ruminating on it. Nothing excessive, mind you, but this... A shame. But I won't hold it against you. Here's the bounty payout. Nice work down there. I'm not here for a chat. Now get... We're the security force. The original force was made up of a Marine detachment. Folks started calling us Mar...
Понятно. Эй, викарий. Уже что-то тырит, наверное, там. Так, что осталось? Пропуск куда угодно. Купите Нави ключ. Ага, но она при этом послала меня там на какое-то задание. Найдите так. Надо на корабль. Доберитесь до Ред... Так. Или это уже... Нет, это еще тут. Хотя подожди, это на корабле. Так. На корабле. На Сцилле. На корабле. На Монархе. И на корабле. Короче, на корабле уже около 5 заданий. Так, а это кто такой?
Hey, you got a second? Fancy running into you again. Don't mind me. It's just admiring your ship from up close. Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine-looking ship. Only thing it's missing is me. Yes, I absolutely am. Just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. I could be the best damn crew you ever hired.
Ну, в любом случае.
Wow. Thanks, boss. I'll just get...
Really? We're picking up strays now?
Look at that. A real vicar. I'm sure we'll...
Вообще, да, это как бы самое такое какое-то, ну, честно, беспонтовое нанятие напарника. В прошлых играх Обсидиана я такого не помню.
Your face is a sight for sore ocular processors, Captain. Or rather, your headgear is.
Так. Терминал. Нет. Тогда подожди. Так, поиск Сэм. Первый результат. Чистильщика. Так. Так, доктору Колфилду спасти Лема не удалось. Значит, придется арестовать Харриса за убийство. Камер у нас тут как бы нет. Имя. Ну, это описание оружия. Угу. Так, что еще? С Парвати поговорить. Парвати.
Hey, Captain. Can I get your temperature on something real quick?
Ну, давай.
What? No. If it were, I'd be hollering loud enough to wake the dead. So, Junlei and I have been talking some. Through messages. I got him here on my datapad, and well, she sent me a poem. One she wrote her own self, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I should read into it. Because poems are all symbolic and such, right? Oh, law. That's what's got me spooked. I don't rightly know. It's about this engine that's been shaking itself apart. Then this lady mechanic comes by and lays one hand on. I don't want to get too hopeful, but I'm wondering if maybe... I don't know where it's leading yet, or I'm not much interested in physical stuff. Never have. It's been a problem in the past. The folk who wanted to be with me back in the Vale, they didn't...
Я даже не знаю, здесь отвечать.
Thanks, Captain. I actually had another message from Junlei. I just couldn't work up... Let's see here. talking about old friends. They were close, Captain. Like, I don't know. Junlei talked about them like it was past, but Captain, I'm feeling all mixed up right now. Could we maybe head... Come, I'm full serious. Next time we're on the Groundbreaker, I aim to get a drink. If I got to, I'll do it on my lonesome.
Так, что еще? Монарх, бак с кислотой на Роузвей. Так, Сцилла, ретранслятор. Ну, я так понимаю, это да. Сигнал бедствия. Это Ада и на страже на Сцилле.
Welcome back, Captain.
Well,
how can I be of assistance? Yes, Captain. Beginning playback now.
There's viscera and death everywhere. Gunfire, gnashing teeth. The unemployed. For law's sake, if anyone's receiving this, please send help. What? No!
Captain, we are now capable of accessing the Roseway landing pad. Also, corporate protocol requires that all distress signals include a list of key personnel for retrieval. The embedded names are Anton Crane, Vaughn Cortez, and Orson Shaw. See you soon, Captain.
Ага, по одному. Так, принимаю. И способности... Последнюю способность. Какую бы взять? Базовое сопротивление брони, вероятность критического удара напарника, скорость бега. Ну, кстати говоря, возможно, очень полезно. Так, что лучше? Скорость бега или базовое сопротивление брони? Ну, пожалуй, он бегает и так быстро. Базовая броня очень даже будет приемлемой. Так. Here we go. Так. Так. Дистанционный урон, сопротивление брони, урон в ближнем бою и 20%. Так, 10 медицины. Нет, пускай у него будет побольше здоровья. Но вот это я возьму. Да. У Феликса гранатомет. А он хорош. Так, на 10 убеждения повышается. Между прочим, очень даже очень. И Викарий Макс. 10 взлом. длительных боевых эффектов общения. Так, в общем, здесь остается что? Все какое-то уже другое, там розовый и все остальное. И единственное, что... Я еще могу выйти из отсека и поговорить. Да, я возьму Парвати и возьму... Давай Феликса. Не знаю.
You see we had a conveyor pull in?
Rizzo Spectrum Vodka. Aftertaste the rain.
Потеряна надежда.
So,
Опять.
how's this work? Do we get a table, stand in a corner? Okay, so what are we... Oh, and don't worry on the price. I got this. Oh, no, that's on... I've just been lying awake, thinking about what Junlei said, and feeling my heart shake.
Ну, у нее сердечко колотилось. Так. Давай сразу по максимуму.
Well, drunk's what I'm aiming for. But...
Whoa! Easy there, Parvati. Maybe you want to work yourself up to whiskey.
Oh, no, it's good. I'm fine. I just didn't expect it to taste like... Oh, propellant. Oh, stars, I can feel it settling. Oh, Captain. I'm pining for Junlei something fierce. What am I doing? You're funny. Yeah, I guess we're doing that, aren't we? Crewing together, seeing the stars. It's like something out of a serial. I like the ones with grand romances. And I think I'm flubbing mine. I don't know what to do about us. Well, she talked about another girl, right? Isabel. Mentioned her by name and everything, like she wanted me to know. Maybe I've been making a right fool of myself this whole time. Maybe she's not interested after all.
Не сказала.
It was real long and rambly. She was telling me a story about her dad, how a lady named... This Isabel lady never quite managed to get her dad's approval, but then it all went down the tubes. Do you think... I just got a lot of feelings, Captain, and I need another drink. Water's for cowards. Okay, maybe you're right. I am a little... Hydration?
Good thinking, boss. You just saved
Shush you. Oh, Captain, I want to talk to Junlei all the time. Even about silly things, but... I'm so
Может, это все дело в розовом броне, которую я ей подал? Нет? Броню снять и все исправится, нет?
Figuring feelings ain't so easy as saying words, Captain. Someone so brave as you, well, you can't understand. Does she think I'm as pretty as I think she's handsome? What if she doesn't like me? What if she does? What if she's still got feelings for that lady, Isabel? What if we get together and she gets bored of me? There's nothing easy about spilling your guts to the person who's got your heart in their hands. You know I'm not interested in physical affection. That's... Well, it's tripped folks up in the past. Folks I thought cared about me for me. course. Wouldn't you be? Huh. She seems... Gosh.
Розовые сопли уже поднадоели. Так. Да, над этим надо поработать. Значит, ты там, короче, давай убеждения.
Okay.
Так, так,
Thanks for
так,
You know
так.
something, Parvati? You ought to come drink.
Huh. All right. Come on.
Все. Точно.
Rizzo's mock cider. Hard cider for a hard life.
Heard from the lasses down on 22 that you...
Конечно, капец, блин. Ах. Почему порой приятно поиграть в Counter-Strike? Там просто обычный экшен. Все.
Please, would you kindly inform the crew that long chats with Ada are not required every time the captain leaves the ship?
Hey, Captain. I hope I... Oh, that whiskey... I messaged Junlei when we got back and she replied super quick. Okay. I reread my message in the morning and it was unclear. I was drinking... I've ruined things in the...
А, вот, карманная кража на 40-ке откроется. Так, все, ладно, пора завершать. Уже 3:30. Сохранилось? Сохранилось. Так, ну, на этом все. До следующего раза.